My name is Claire Mercer. On the day my divorce settlement was supposed to be signed, my stepsister Marin walked into the conference room wearing my wedding ring. She sat beside my husband, one hand over her fake pregnancy bump, and smiled. "Don't worry, Claire," she said, sliding a $100 bill across the table. "I'll take better care of Nolan than you ever did. At least I can give him a child." My father stared into his coffee. My stepmother smoothed the pearls at her throat. Nolan, the man who had held me through 2 miscarriages, would not meet my eyes. My lawyer, Elena Voss, set a folder on the table. "Shall we begin?" They thought I had come to lose everything. They had no idea I had come to end the lie. That morning I woke before sunrise in the small rental I had been living in for 7 weeks. I drank coffee at the sink and watched gray light settle over the hills outside Asheville. In the bathroom mirror, I fastened my mother's pearl earrings. They were all I had left from her. I wore a black dress, pinned my hair back, and kept my face bare except for mascara. I had practiced not crying. I had practiced not flinching. Elena had told me the truth would do the work if I could hold still long enough. On the drive downtown, I passed the turnoff for my father's house and kept going. I repeated the same 3 rules the whole way. Do not apologize. Do not look at your father first. Do not let Marin see you shake. I met Nolan in 2019 at a brewery launch my hotel was hosting. I was the operations manager then, all sharp suits and sleepless nights. He was charming in a way, the kind of man who seemed to listen as if listening were a promise. He asked me back the next week. By summer, we were married. His grandmother gave me an heirloom ring at the altar, an Edwardian sapphire set in filigree, and I believed I was being welcomed into something solid. Then came the losses. The first miscarriage in winter, the second in spring. Nolan cried with me, then less, then not at all. When Marin started coming around to help, she made casseroles, folded my laundry, and hovered near my IVF calendar as if she were memorizing it. I mistook her curiosity for concern. The first crack came when I saw her old ultrasound post reused on Instagram, the date stamp still visible beneath the flowers she had layered over it. Elena found the rest. Archived posts, a fake timeline, a receipt for a prosthetic pregnancy belly shipped to my stepmother's address. The bank records came next. My stepmother had wired Marin money over and over, memo lines reading baby costs, nursery prep, doctor visits. It was a production, and my family had been financing it. The final proof arrived in an envelope from a retired intake coordinator at a Charlotte clinic, a woman who had known my mother years ago. Marin had undergone a tubal ligation in 2022. She could not have been pregnant. By the time I returned to the conference room, the folder was heavy with copies, affidavits, and receipts. Marin's smile trembled when Elena opened with the ultrasound images side by side. Then came the receipt for the fake belly, the clinic record, the wire transfers, the statement from the clinic worker, and finally the photo of Marin's reused pregnancy post from years before. Nolan went pale. My father whispered that he had not known. My stepmother said it was all a misunderstanding, but her voice had the brittle edge of panic. Elena did not raise hers. She simply kept laying the proof in front of them until the room ran out of excuses. Marin stood first. She looked at me then, and for one naked second I saw not my sister, but a frightened girl who had chosen the wrong script. "I didn't mean for it to go this far," she said. "You meant for it to go somewhere," I answered. I took back the $100 bill, folded it, and placed it in front of her without saying another word. "Keep your savings," I said. "You'll need them." I left with my head up and my hands steady. Outside, the air felt colder than it had that morning, but cleaner, too. Elena told me the settlement was secure, the ring was mine again, and the house my mother had left in trust would finally be mine after probate. A week later, I stood in that house alone, holding my mother's earrings in one hand and the returned sapphire ring in the other. For years, I had believed my family failed me because they did not love me enough. In the end, I understood something worse and simpler. They loved their story more than they loved me. I did not get my marriage back. I did not want it. I got my name back, my mother's ring, and the truth. That was enough.